I do need a microphone. Well done, friends of the Queen Victoria Market, getting you all here tonight. These people have done a remarkable job to galvanise the emotions and the reality of opinion that seems to be have been overlooked by our council. We spent a great deal of money supposed to be directed at engaging with the community. It's my experience that most of it is about trying to tell you what to do. I don't see how this amount of money, and there's more to come, can be legitimately accepted when there's so much dissent and so much disquiet around what's going on. But I'll leave that aside. If we're going for credentials, just let me share with you that my dad had a fruit shop in Box Hill in 1952, and so we were at the market before the wholesale left. I've got a long history of the market, not there as often as those days, but very conscious of the central importance of this market in our city. But look, let's just be clear about why we're here tonight. I've got a bit of a different take on what we're facing. What I think is happening here is that it's a very disingenuous attempt to conflate three different projects. We've got the market renewal, and nobody's denying that it's been neglected. I mean, if we were really cynical, we'd say by design, neglected. We're talking about the other project, aren't we, which is the realignment of Franklin Street, which was a deal between Doyle and Matt Fine. We could talk, couldn't we, and speculate about the way it was engaged, who knows, with the East-West link, and now we face the engagement perhaps with the Western distributor. But let's leave that aside. Separate project, messing around with the street. Separate project, separate discussions in my view necessary. And the third one, which is the property development of the Munro site, which I have been against and voted against from the word go. Not all councillors feel this way, but at least two of them do. I've been on council for 5 years now, so I'm the most long-standing councillor here. It doesn't take long to understand the way opinion on council views are manipulated is too strong a word. There are very many versions of the truth. But so often you have to get down to what you understand from your life experience. And I know a property deal when I see one. And this is one. So I'm very pleased that we have a minister who seems to understand the power that's in his hands now to change an outcome that's been driven with unseemly haste this side of an election. I've argued inside council and externally that this decision on any of the three projects I've mentioned shouldn't be taken before the next council. It's simply bad government, in my view, to do that. Now, our illustrious Lord Mayor and his team argue that, we've been many years waiting for this to happen. We could endlessly wait. The traders may not make up their mind, but let's just move on with this. Well, actually, no. It's a mistake. I completely reject that argument. A little more time, a bit more actually listening. There's a thought, a bit more actual listening may well get us a result we all want. But I encourage you to think about the three aspects of this. Now, I'll be watching closely. We've been through, my colleague, Councillor Leopard, has in fact quite rightly described to you various amendments. Imagine having to move an amendment in an implementation plan about a market. Imagine having to insert reference to fresh food. You'd imagine it would have been there at the outset. I mean, gobsmacked. Good luck that that's happened, right? But think about what that means. That's a very odd thing. I voted in favour of this change in zoning that my colleague has mentioned, but I now question the wisdom of my decision. I'm not so sure. I need to know more about it. I could well have been wrong. I don't know. But I can tell you one thing that has happened that's disturbed me greatly. I have been so lacking in information that I can base my decision on that I've been to the Victorian Ombudsman for advice. Under the Local Government Act, councillors are obliged to feel confident that they have enough information upon which to make a decision. I'm not in that position. I don't know how other councillors think they are. Maybe they know more than I do. But you speak as you find, and I don't know enough. So I'm very much in favour of pausing and listening and getting this right. It's way too important to rush. And I'm just going to know I haven't finished one more minute because I've just got to check my note. What I would say is this is a very grandiose overdevelopment. I would say you have the power to do something about it. And think on, if you will, about these three different aspects and how you might tackle the
You're a
problems.
councillor. We want transparency. We're just residents. Where is the bloody transparency?
You may
Why
well.
aren't you, councillors, doing proper process? You should be doing proper process. There should be transparency. We should know what's going on with the money, with the property. It's just this week.
I am in total agreement with you. Only today, one of my colleagues reminded people in my acquaintance to be careful about maintaining councillor confidentiality. Have you got any idea how hamstrung we are? How often we are threatened too strong a word. Reminded time and time again, you can't say that because that was confidential. Don't do that, that was discussed so and so. I am completely, those who know my work on council will know that I've been banging on about transparency for a very long time.
Thank you, Jack.